Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is day 2 of our series on, and we're just going to call it personalized YouTube tutorials, I think. I'm not going to include that word quarantine in the top because I don't want to scare anybody off and I don't want to freak anybody out because every time you say that it does. But we're just going to call this a personalized YouTube series. So if you want to get in on having a YouTube tutorial personalized directly for you and named after you, then all you have to do is leave your suggestion in the comments below and we will add that to our list. Now we have quite a long list, but we're trying to go day by day and just take them as they come. Now today, since it's number 2, it's Sharon Harrison. And Sharon really didn't say that she wanted me to do anything. She just said, "Thank you for being such a thoughtful and caring person. We are all going to have to help one another in this stressful time. I enjoy your videos and would be happy with anything you choose to do. Keep well." Okay, so Sharon, this is your card today. I have named a card after you, and this is a Fancy Fold Shutter card, and it is called Sharon Fancy Fold Shutter card. And this is it right here, and it's an Easter one. As you can see, it folds up like this. It's 3 inches wide by 9 inches long, and then it will stand up like this. And I also have some, just ignore this writing down here. I printed these off on just some scrap paper. I also have some freebies for you over on the blog if you want to go to the link that's below. This little rabbit right here is the one that I did here. This is just, I just fussy cut him out after I printed him. So you have 2 different styles of rabbit, 2 cards, and then, and like I said, ignore all this writing down here. I printed on scrap paper so I could just see what it would look like. Then you have some foliage and some flowers, and all of this foliage I drew out. And then you have more flowers and more foliage that you can use, print off, and you know, you can fussy cut it like I did. It's not that much trouble. And that is what you get, is that cute little bunny. And then it fits right down in your envelope, just like that. There you go. All right, let's get into making this card. Okay, you're going to start out with a piece of cardstock that is 9 by 9, and you're going to score at 2 1/4 all the way down, and then at 6 3/4. Then you're going to turn it 1 turn, and you're going to score at 1 1/2, at 3, at 6, and at 7 1/2. Okay, so that is your score lines. Now all of these measurements, everything will be over on my blog, along with a template that you can see that has the score lines in it and has where you score, where you cut. The only thing is that template is not going to be true to size because most people can only print 8 1/2 by 11. So I had to make the template a little bit smaller than a 9 by 9 on the 8 1/2 inch side, because if I'd have made it 9 by 9, some people wouldn't have been able to print it all. If you don't have a 12 by 12 printer, you can't. So it's not going to be true to size, but when you print it out, you're going to be able to see where you need to put all of your score lines. I've got it all written in and everything for you. That link will be over on the blog along with the directions for this card. All right, we've got that scored. Now you can go ahead and fold and burnish your score lines. And I'm leaving my scoreboard out on here because I'm going to show you a little trick that we do. Now, what you're going to need to do on this side that only has the 2 score lines, and I'm going to mark it on here with my pencil. You're going to start right there. You're going to end right there. You're going to start right there, and you're going to end right there. So between those marks, from here to here, from there to there, we're going to cut. And this is the way I cut to make it go straight and to keep it simple. And it will not hurt your scoreboard unless you just really press down and cut through something. I'm going to put my card back in there just like I was scoring. I'm going to start on that line and push my craft knife down until I feel it go through the paper. And then I'm just going to follow that line all the way down to right there. Just like I was scoring, only I'm doing it with the knife. Same thing over here. I'm going to push my knife through. And then we're just going to slice it down to right there. Okay, you've got something that looks like this. And if the paper looks a lot lighter, it is. I changed my paper because this one actually tore a little bit right in there. And I didn't like how it looked, so I just changed the paper and I did another one. But I did it the same exact way. Now we're going to put some mats on. Okay, the mats for these, this one, this one, this one, this one, these two, and these two are 1 3/8 by 2 1/8. And that will get right there. Just going to lay them out on here so that you can see where they go. They go like that. And I am using our March paper pad, the I Love Easter. That's the one that I'm using. And then the mat for this and this one down here, I'm going to measure this one, 2 7/8 by 2 1/8. So that goes there and there. And then we have a mat for this one, and this one. And we're going to ignore that score line that went right down the middle. We're just going to place that over it. And then I'll place that one over that. And then this one is going to go in the center like that. So these are going to be cut at 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So 2 3/4. I'm just trimming all of them down to 2 3/4. Just like that. As I said, all the correct measurements will be over on my blog, so you won't have to worry about writing anything down unless you just want to. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and glue all my mats down. Now, if you want to double mat these, you can do that if you want to. You just know that you back off just a little bit on that top layer. So you can double mat them if you want to. I'm just going to do the single mat. I think that's going to be fine. Now, I have pulled out some just ephemera pieces that came in the kit as well. Got all of these. And I pulled out some that would kind of fit on these. And I'm going to put those down. I'm not going to pop these up, but you could pop them up if you wanted to. Just going to put it down there. Alright, then we have this banner that we're just going to stick right there. Just like that. And then this just said a hip hop, the hippity to the hip hop. I don't know what. That's a little bit hard to say. But that was part of the collection too. So we're going to put that one right there. And then this one just says Happy Easter. And you could always ink around the edges of these to make them look a little bit more like they stand off the page if you wanted to. I'm kind of looking in the screen and see if I'm getting these anywhere near straight. Then I just cut a little piece of cardstock, and this is cut at 2 inches by 3 1/2, and I'm going to put that down right there because I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on the top of it. And this paper is a white core paper, so I did go around it with my black marker just to color in that white core and then to kind of make it stand off the page just a little bit. I have another little banner. This comes with lots of ephemera. We're going to put that right there. And then You're a Funny Bunny. We're going to put this down here. This is a great way to use all of your ephemera that we all get in those kits and things. And then I'm just going to stick that little flower right there. Now I cut out just this little thing of grass. This is one of the ephemera pieces. I just cut that out right there because there's 2 or 3 of those in the collection, so I just cut that out, and I'm going to glue it just right at the bottom, and then I'm going to put it down here on the bottom of this, just kind of centering it up. And then I have our little rabbit, and this is a rabbit that I have a template for, free for you guys if you want it. It's over on my blog. I did try to color a little on the back of this to see what it looked like, and it didn't look so great, and it kind of bled through, but yours will be solid white. Yours won't have any of this on there. But I'm going to go ahead and go with this. I may replace it later on if I decide to send this card out. I may replace it with another one, but they are white when you print them out. I was just trying to see if I needed to color him or not. So there is my little bunny right there. I think he's super cute anyway. Okay, now the way this card is going to fold, and I'm going to show you how it's going to fold, and then I've got a couple of other things to do to it. This is going to fold up. This is going to fold back. This one is going to fold up, and that's going to fold back. You can fold it that way if you want. You can see that's how it stands up. This one goes back. This one goes forward. Let's see. There we go. It's a little bit better. So you see how it folded? You've got a mountain, valley on the top. Then you've got a mountain and valley in the middle. Then you've got a mountain, valley. So that's how it folds right there. I'll hold it for a moment in case you want to do a screenshot on that so that you can see how that folds. Okay, and then when it folds up, it's just like that. So all your little pretty pieces show on the front when you put it in your envelope. And yes, we are going to do an envelope for this card since it is an odd size. Now I had this little bow in my stash, and I'm going to put him right there, and I'm going to grab a dot here and put him on with a glue dot because I know that'll hold it. There we go. And now it's a little her. It's not a him, it's a her. So see, that will be cute right there. And you could put a different color on there if you wanted to. Now I'm going to pull out a few pieces of bling. And we're going to bling this up a little. This is just some of the pink bling that I have. There we go. I think that's enough of our bling. So that's how your card will look right there. That's how you'll fold it up. And then it will sit up just like that. Alright, now we're going to make an envelope for this. Now for the envelope, we're going to use just a piece of this cardstock that kind of matches that background right there. The little orange, it's kind of orangish yellow. This piece is cut at 8 by 10.5. And on the 8-inch side, you're going to score at 1.5 and at 5. Then you're going to turn it to the 10-inch side, and you're going to score at 1/2 and at 10, the 10.5-inch side, I'm sorry. So it's 10.5 inches by 8. On the 8-inch side, you're going to score at 1.5 and 5. Then you're going to turn it, and you're going to score at 1/2 and at 10. Then we're going to fold and burnish our score lines. Now, what you're going to have is something that looks like this. Here's your 1/2-inch score lines on each side right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this little box down here away and that little box away. And make sure that you cut all the score line away. And then when you get up to that score line that goes across right there, just do a little bit of an angle like that. And then we're going to do the same thing up here at the top. You're going to cut down to that score line, and then you're going to do just a tiny bit of an angle, like that. And then the same thing over here. So that is what you have right there. Now this is going to be your flap. You can leave your flap squared if you want to. You can round the corners. You can do different things with this. I think I'm just going to round the corners on this. I think that will look good enough. But you can cut it at an angle, or you can round them. You can do lots of different things with it. Now with this piece right here, we're going to put some glue on each one of those. And don't go all the way to the top. Just go most of the way to the top. You'll see when we start folding it up. So when you fold that up, you're going to make sure that that comes right to the end. See, I went a little bit too high on my glue there. And that comes to the end down here. And you're going to press that down. Okay. Then we're going to fold our card up just like that. And we're going to slide it right down in there. And I was just trying to be careful. It does fit very, very well. But there is your envelope for your card. Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to put a little piece of ephemera right here on the bottom side. Let's see what we're going to put. Let's just put that. I think that's cute. It just says Easter Blessings. And we'll still have plenty of room for our stamp and our addresses, everything. Okay, there you go. So there is your card. There's your envelope. All finished. And I think that looks pretty good for a handmade envelope. Alright, so there's your card and there is your envelope. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click that little bell if you want to be notified when we put up new videos. And we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.